which is April the 29th. We have not received any answers. We have shown our concern as parents about the situation. Our son was injured. He had a busted mouth. He had a sprained right toe. He had some scrapes and bruises on his legs. And so we have been seeking answers. We was told the first week of April that a decision would be made as far as in how this matter was going to be handled. And then we was told that it would take a week or two. Well, it has been over a month, and we have not had any answers. We have reached out to the board, and they have not yet given us any questions or answered any of our questions. There was a video that is out that was recorded by a student that we do have of the exact moment that our son was assaulted. The school has video. Well, let me put it this way. They had cameras, but as of today, we have no knowledge of any video. At first, we was told that they could not find video. And so as of today, we have not been updated. We don't know what is what concerning the matter of our son. We only know that the incident happened due to a PE basketball game where another young man was playing with my son and the coach was there. And an accident happened to where he jumps up and he hits his mouth on my son's head. And he believed that my son had elbowed him in the mouth on purpose, but the coach was there and said it didn't happen that way. And how it happened was he bumped his mouth on my son's head, and it was an accident just to let it go. Well, from that situation there, the young man did not want to let it go, and it stimulated into my son leaving, getting ready to leave to go to his campus, and was attacked from behind. And so we have reached out to the school board, and we have not gotten any answers. And so as of today, we are still wanting answers. We're going to continue to talk about this matter. We were on our local news here in the city of Dothan last week, talking about how school protocol failed our son and failed us as parents. And so we're not going to be quiet. We're going to continue to talk about this on a weekly basis. I am grateful for all the support that has come our way, because a lot more people are coming up and they are reaching out and telling us how their child had been in similar situations, and they feel like the school has failed them. And so we have been receiving a lot of great support from people that we don't even know, encouraging us to continue to push for answers, to press for answers. I have heard other people where they just gave up, and they just kind of just let it go. But we're not going to let it go. We want to know, do you have video? Show us the video. We want to know how come school policies and procedures were ignored. This right here, what happened to protecting, our children, seeing about our children? What happened to protocol? These are paid professionals that get paid to do a job. And how come it seemed like that when I showed up that the assistant principal didn't care anything about, the situation? The only thing she told me was it would take until nighttime to try to figure this out, and she'll rather deal with it the week after the kids come back from spring break. And so we are upset. We're going to continue to talk about it. We're going to continue to have dialogue, because we want to know what happened. And we want to know what is going to happen. And we want to see video. We want to see and hear from the board members, what do they think about this situation and how it was handled and how we have been done as parents. And so we're going to continue to talk about this matter. We're going to continue pressing, using whatever platform we can to make sure our voice matters, make sure that we are heard. I have talked to some other board members that's not of the Houston County but are outside of Houston County, and they are appalled at how long it's taken Dothan City School Board to even come up with anything to try to rectify this situation. Nothing has come to us. We have not been called. We have not been sent anything to try to rectify or to settle, with us how our son was mistreated. And what I mean settle by that, giving us answers. We've been coming from day one asking for answers or seeking answers. We got questions, and we've been seeking answers and have not gotten any answers. And so, but other boards, city school boards outside of Dothan that we have talked to, they are very shocked. They told us about their process. I know each district or school board handles things differently, but they were shocked to see that a month later we have not gotten any answers to any questions. They were shocked to know that the young man that assaulted our son was back at school a day after being sent home. They were shocked to hear that this was still an ongoing investigation. And we were shocked to hear from other people that had some of the similar situations how the next day that child was going to pass academy for 20 days or 15 days or 10 days or whatever. I have heard all kind of testimonies and trying to figure out how come nothing has not happened in this situation. Why is it taking it this long? And so to hear from another board member from outside of Dothan to talk about how things are being handled, they are shocked, to find out that even while it's an investigation, why is this young man still at school? If they have video and they have seen video that we have provided of this attack. And so we're going to continue to talk about this. We're going to continue to let our voice be heard. We're not going to shy away. We're not going to back down, but we're going to continue knocking on the door. We're going to continue using media, social media, to continue to talk about these issues. And it's just not my son and my family issues, but this situation has shown to be many other people's situation. I have had people to reach out to me and say, fight for your son as well as the other children, that have went through it and that could possibly go through it, to make sure that where they have failed us, that they won't do it for the next child or the next parent. And so we want to continue to talk about this matter. We want some answers, and we having to reach out and do certain things to try to see if we can get answers. How come it's taken this long? How come, there has not been any repercussions? And we know there's Privacy Act laws to where we can't know everything that's going on, but to let us know something. We heard on the news from Mr. Falk, who is over the safety and security of the Dothan City School, that this was still an ongoing investigation. Guess what? That was our first time hearing that. Still, we heard the first week of April that it would take a week or two for them to make a decision, and to hear over a month later that it was still an investigation going on, we didn't even know that. So that was information that we heard, that the public heard that day, that we hadn't even heard, and that situation happened to our son. And so we're going to continue to press forward. We're going to continue to talk about these matters. We're going to continue, to let our voice be heard, and we're going to continue fighting for what is right. We want them to be held accountable for not being able to handle this situation accountable. We're not coming after nobody's job, but we want something to be done. If you failed our son, you'll fail another son or another daughter. And we want to make sure that we are taken seriously. To be in the dark for over a month after our son was physically assaulted, and we haven't heard no answers from the principal, from the assistant principal, from Dothan City School Board. We haven't been contacted on anything. It's sad. It breaks our heart. We're disappointed. Our son is still processing this. He still, has, a little paranoia that, word of someone is going to still jump on him. Is there going to be any retaliation? Because we have not had no dialogue with the school. We don't know anything. And so he still is not 100% feeling comfortable and safe. His grades have dropped some. We are disappointed about that because before this, his grades was fine. Our son is an AB honor roll student, takes honor classes, takes dual enrollment classes at Wallace. And so he has no record at the Dothan High School of any violence or fighting or getting in trouble. And so it's unfortunate that it's having to go this way, but I want to make sure that this is not swept under the rug, that we will continue to voice our voice, and we'll continue to talk more about this situation until we are heard. We're not going to stop talking. If it takes a year, we're not going to stop talking about it. We're not going to keep pressing. We're going to continue where maybe other people maybe felt discouraged to continue to go forward. We're going to go forward, and we're going to trust that what we are doing, sooner or later, we will get a response. We will get an answer. So we're just going to continue to keep you posted, continue praying for us, continue supporting us, and continue supporting those who may be going through some of the similar things that we're going through. Next time it could be your child. So don't remain quiet. Speak up. Let your voice be heard. I am Derrick J. Reed, host of Empower Worship Center broadcast. And listen, join me back here soon. I will be back covering this situation until we are heard. God bless you.